Well, hi, folks, and welcome back. Well, we are very privileged today to have what I think is probably one of the leading art promoters in the world, and that's Mr. Eric Rhodes. Now, Eric is a career entrepreneur with 30 years launching companies and media brands. He's been creating startups and building businesses. He also serves as a consultant and an advisor to companies in media, technology, digital media, and art. And I have known Eric for a number of years. We actually filmed Eric for Colour in Your Life about 4 years ago. Eric is also the CEO of Streamline Publishing in America, which publishes Fine Art Connoisseur magazine, Plein Air magazine, Outdoor Painter, Realism Today, American Watercolour. Eric also runs a number of art conventions, plein air and figurative art convention. Eric also, I think, is mostly important, produces art marketing courses for artists globally and is regarded as an art marketing guru. There are many other aspects to Eric that is involved. I could go on with the achievements this man has done, but I will let Eric expand on his life. And also the first subject we're going to speak about today is branding. Thank you very much for being with us today, Eric.
I think the pleasure is mine. It's hard to believe it's been 4 years since we recorded that segment.
Yeah, it was great. It was hot. I remember the day. It was blazingly hot.
It was hot.
Yeah,
absolutely. That's what we have in Texas. We have heat and rattlesnakes.
Well, thank you so much for being with us today, bud. As I said, you are recognised as probably the world's leading art marketer without any doubt whatsoever. And you've helped literally tens of thousands of artists to change their artistic careers in the time that you've been doing this. And we're just going to talk a small segment about what people can expect when they invest in these courses that you've created, because they really are quite substantial in helping people market their work.
Well, whether they invest in the courses or not, I think that probably one of the most important things any artist can do if they want to sell their work, they have to brand themselves. And you ask yourself, well, what is a brand? Why do I brand? Well, the term branding, of course, came from the original idea of branding cattle and putting a name of the ranch owner. Obviously, no one else owns us and is branding us on our hind end. But I think the idea is that a brand represents awareness and trust. Your goal in life as an artist, if you're trying to sell paintings, is you want people to trust you. You want them to believe that your work is good, that it's quality, that you are an artist who matters. That matters to a lot of people. Doesn't matter to everybody. Some people will just buy a painting because they love it. But if they know that you're world renowned, it helps. And also it gets your prices up. I believe the only way to get your prices up is to have a brand. And what we don't want to do is be stuck in low pricing our whole career. We want to be stuck in high pricing. We want to be able to ratchet it up as much as possible. And then we want to also use that branding to open doors, because if you have a strong brand, you get invited to the right events. You get galleries invite you in. You get museums invite you in. It's all about having a brand.
How do you do your branding? I mean, in a sense, I've done that with my business, because I'm recognised as the guy on the motorcycle, not the artist. And a lot of people sort of say, "Oh, you're an artist as well," and I say, "Yeah, maybe the branding went a little bit astray if that was the case." But tell me more.
Well, first off, you're a perfect example of this, because you figured out a tool to make yourself stand out. You became the guy on the motorcycle. And believe it or not, that motorcycle is a powerful tool. Just like having any other tool like that could be a powerful brand for an artist. And sometimes, Bob Ross's brand is the guy with the afro. And so it may be a matter of what you wear. I coach artists oftentimes and say, look, you need to kind of develop your uniform. You want to have a uniform that looks like you're an artist, makes people feel like you're an artist. And there are people that I've coached who have, grabbed a particular type of hat or something. And so sometimes their brand is something as simple as the guy with the red hat. Or it might be, there was a famous talk show host in America many, many years ago by the name of Sally Jessy Raphael. She was the woman with the red glasses. You're looking for something that people can hook to that will help them remember you. So your brand was, is a motorcycle. But I think the thing that is critical in terms of building a brand is figuring out first and foremost what you want your brand to represent. Who do you want to be? How do you want to be remembered? What is it that's going to help them remember you? Sometimes it's a name. Sometimes your name can get in your way. So you want to try to find what's going to help you. And then once you have that down, your next goal is visibility and repetition. You have to become visible, and you have to repeat that over and over and over and over again. And we think that people get things when we tell them something one time. But if you remember the effective teachers back in school, those teachers they're probably going home at night and cursing to their husbands or wives and saying, these kids don't get it. But, I have to repeat myself over and over again. But it's that repetition that helps things sink in. The same is true for branding. And that repetition also has to be done in a certain amount of time. If let's say you brand yourself once a year, and then you wait a year and you brand yourself again, well, nobody's going to remember you. It's that idea of branding yourself week in, week out, day after day after day, month after month, just constantly repeating what it is you want your brand to stand for.
Yes, absolutely. All right. Well, thank you, Eric. That was amazing. The information that you gave was just incredible. But we also have a fantastic opportunity to go in and view a webinar that you've put together that explains a lot more detail of what's going on. And we'll be doing this over a period of time as well. So my suggestion is the link at the bottom there where you can see the webinar. Go and listen to Eric speak about art marketing once again and get all of that fantastic information. And it'll definitely change your life. I can guarantee you that much.
That's very kind of you. Thank you.